Hello, Naz here. Today I'm sitting in my lovely garden, as you can see, and I want to talk to you about something that's close to my heart. Life's a real struggle, right? We all struggle with things, we all have challenges, and recently there's been so much of it. Every one of us have had various struggles, whether it's personal, professional, family, etc. But sometimes you wonder, is it ever going to stop? It can be so hard with so many things to have to sort out and quite overwhelming even for the best of us. But I wonder, does it really have to be such a struggle? I mean, I was raised to believe that you have to really work hard, you have to struggle to make things happen, you have to have blood, sweat and tears, whether it's your job, your work, or whether it's a relationship. You have to work really hard for studying, you have to bend over backwards to make things happen. Well, I kind of struggled to, and I always have, never really believe that. And people have said to me, well, Naz, you're just lucky. Am I? Can we make luck happen? Think about it this way. There's people out there we know, and we all know them, who are constantly having to deal with challenges. I mean, I know someone who's having one problem after another, and real life challenges, whether it's his relationship, whether it's a car breaking down, whether it's an accident, whether it's his job, etc. It is constant, and he never seems to have any respite from this deluge of anxiety and worry. And then there's other people I know who are constantly lucky, and you think, how? I mean, how is it that they always never seem to have as many problems, or when they do, they kind of just sail through things? How? So I actually have the answer to that question. So what if you didn't have to struggle so hard? What if there was some kind of magic that those lucky people use or know that the rest of us don't? What is it that some successful people do that make their relationships easier, or finding clients easier, or making business happen more easily, or whatever it is? There can be a way to make things easier. So I'm going to tell you the secret. It's about the BAM. I call it the BAM. It's easy to remember, BAM, okay? And it stands for, and here's the secret, stands for beliefs, attitudes, and mindsets. So, or how is that relevant? If you think about your beliefs about the thing that you really want, think about something you really want, and if you can take away the clutter, that means all the other voices and noise and stuff that going, usually that's the most difficult thing. Think about what it is you truly believe about that thing you want. So whether it's a job, hi, he's my kitten. She come to say hello. Think about the things that you believe about the thing that you want. So for example, if it's a job that you want to get a better career, what do you really believe that you deserve? Think about the answer to that question. What about if it's something about getting more clients or customers? What do you believe that your company or your business can acquire? Think about where your beliefs are about at the bottom of all else that you think about when it comes to that thing that you want. So first, ascertain your true beliefs. And when I say beliefs, I'm not talking about faith. I'm talking about what you truly think underneath, at the core of yourself, underneath all the other stuff that you are told to believe. Okay. Now, the second thing is attitude. What is attitude? Attitude is the emotion and the energy that you exude, that comes out of you, that we can see and feel when you think about that thing that you want. So say, for example, you want a relationship. You want a good relationship with a nice partner, someone who really fits you, matches you. What do you believe you deserve in finding that partner? Do you just think back on all your previous relationships and go, well, that's always been my case, and men are just hard to find, or there's no good women out there anymore, or whatever it is you're looking for, you just can't find that person? And if that's what you believe, that there's no one out there, and I know plenty of people who believe that believe that there's no longer that right person out there because they're all taken, then that's exactly what's going to come your way. You're not going to find someone who's going to fit you. So think about your attitude, think about your beliefs, think about the energy that you exude when you are thinking about or feeling about the thing you want. So then you combine your beliefs and your attitudes and put it together, and that creates your mindset. Hello, you really want to be in this video, don't you? Hi, there she is. She's so lovely. So, think about your mindset. Your mindset is what comes across in pretty much everything you do. So your mindset will show up whether you're talking about that topic, talking about what you want, or even if you're not, your mindset will show. Now, if you want to change that mindset, here's what you do. It's just 1 degree of change. Okay? Let me tell you how. Let me get my notes. Here we go. So I want to get this clear. The first thing you do in order to change your mindset, oh gosh, the first, chewing my leads. So your mindset shows in all your actions, in your behaviors, in everything you do, pretty much. If you combine your beliefs and your attitudes, and now think about what percentage of the time do you feel or think positively about the thing you want, and what percentage of the time do you think negatively? Do you worry? Do you hesitate? Do you think bad things are going to happen? Do you consider that it's never going to come, whatever it is? What I mean is, how much of the day do you spend feeling good about the thing you want, and how much of the day do you spend thinking it's never going to happen, I don't deserve that, that person, it doesn't exist, or those clients, why should they even buy my product? Or if you think that way, that's precisely what you'll get. So if we want to change that percentage of time, and this is key, it's about the amount of energy and time that you put into thinking and feeling about the thing you want. Okay, so let's be more specific. Here's how you change the mindset. First, start by making some notes about your beliefs, about your attitudes, and about your mindset when it comes to the thing you want. Okay? Note down all positives and all negatives on 2 lists. Okay? I want you to take the negative list now and say, for example, you think there are not enough clients out there who will pay me for my service, or there's too much competition, or there's not enough business in the area where I live or out there online of people who really want my product. Whatever it is you believe that comes out, make a list and of those negative things, okay? Then what you're going to do is just write it along the left hand side, all the negative things. You've written your positive list, now your negative list. You've written a list of all the things that you think is negative. And then for each single word, negative thing, I want you to write the opposite. Write down the opposite of what the negative is. So for example, not enough clients. I want you to write plenty of clients. Okay? For me, making videos is hard work. So I'm writing making videos is easy. Whatever you think is hard or difficult, write it all down, because those are negative beliefs. And on the next to them, I want you to write down the opposite. And once you've written down the opposite, then what we're going to do is take those words, the key words that you feel strongly negatively about. So pick out, say, 4 or 5 of them, okay? The things that you feel really negative about. Now it's really good that you've pinpointed them. Now what I want you to do is take those positive words that you've written and write a sentence. Like, I am getting plenty of good paying clients. How about that? I am meeting my perfect partner. I am very happy in my job. So you turn those positive words into affirmations, and make sure that when you write an affirmation, you write it in the present, like it's already happening or happened. For example, have difficult relationships at work because you always believed that that's all there is. Now you're going to change that. So you're going to write down, I always have great relationships at work. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to write positive affirmations about whatever it was that you, to date, have been thinking negatively about. Now what you're going to do is you're going to practice saying them out loud. I know it's going to feel a bit odd, so do it quietly on your own in private. But I want you to read those sentences out loud. If you can do it just for once a day for 5 days, okay? And then whenever you come across your notes, I want you to think about it and say it in your head. And most importantly of all, this is how you change your mindset, is when you catch yourself being negative about that one thing, turn it around and say the positive affirmation to yourself in your own head. Okay? So that's how you change mindset. So bam! You can do this. Let's change the mindset. Let's change our lives. Let's bring and attract more luck. You can. That's how you do it. I know it sounds really simple, but just try. And if you could do this for, say, a month, and let me know how you get on, I would love to hear from you. Ciao for now. Naz here, wishing you lots and lots of happiness and luck.